things
before
right.
I lost so much weight. Yeah. Yeah. My face is a lot thinner now.
The Dorkening and all affiliated shows are not intended for anyone under the age of 18. The following may contain discussions or scenes that have adult situations, graphic violence, nudity, strong sexual content, and graphic language. This show is intended for mature audiences only. Viewer discretion is advised.
Everyone thinks because you're a zombie, you don't know good coffee. Well, they're wrong. We have very active lifestyles. It's not all wandering the countryside aimlessly or scaring passing motorists. And we all love a good cup of joe. And there's only one brew that gets my seal of approval. Deadly Grounds coffee is my guilty pleasure. Bold, robust, delicious. It's coffee that can wake the dead. With over a dozen different roasts and flavors, Deadly Grounds can satisfy the most finicky of coffee addicts. The aroma is so intoxicating. It brings all of my neighbors out of the woodwork. Deadly Grounds coffee. Coffee to die for and zombie approved. It's good to get a little deadly. Use the front door! Oh, they're so disgusting.
Persons under 18 will not be admitted.
I'm choosing to ignore the cuts and bumps and bruises. I'm cruising through these haters, leave them looking stupid. They foolish if they think they'll ever hear my conclusion. I'm through with all these part-timers and their excuses. I'm bruising eagles left and right every time I do this. I'm shooting for the top, no I'll never settle where you did. The future's in my hands, my grip will never loosen. My crew is ready to obtain the absolution, removing any doubt that we was ever fooling.
Unreal.
What's happening, everybody?
Hey, man.
Welcome to another kick-ass episode of Still Toking with. You know who I am. I'm hearing voices in my head. Do you hear voices in my head too, I guess, folks?
I hear your voices too.
Wow. There's a voice we haven't heard in a while. That's a good voice. But we'll introduce that amazing voice in just 1 second. We're creeping up on All Hallows Eve. So we figured tonight's episode kind of had to fit that. We met this gentleman, 4-5 years ago?
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
At a convention put on by Tidewater Conventions. And before we go too far, we want to send our thoughts and prayers to those guys at Tidewater Conventions dealing with some personal issues. But you know, let's keep them in our thoughts and prayers, folks.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But with that being said, tonight's show is about that amazing voice you hear. And And
Not mine?
maybe,
Not this one?
just maybe we'll let you see his face. But before we do that, the man that brings the flash to flashy, Mr. Jeffrey Mark.
I hear singing and there's no one there. Hi there. Hi there. Yeah, Halloween is coming up. And of course, I plug into that because I got my first kiss on my lips from Wednesday Addams. I have sat on Lurch's shoulders. I've been hugged by Uncle Fester.
Wow.
Eddie Munster is a good friend of mine, and I've had dinner with Grandpa Munster. So, yeah, baby.
Your personal affairs are your personal affairs.
Wow. Talk about dropping names, huh?
Wow. No wonder you got a big chain on. Got to keep you in your place.
Don't make me go dirty this early in the show, or I'll tell you if this is my cock ring. So, having said that,
oh boy,
yeah, you don't screw around with a professional comedian; it never works out well.
Right.
But I'm so happy to be here and with our next host, who is a wonderful person, a handsome man. He loves pussycats. He put up a picture of him with a pussycat that is absolutely wonderful. Jeff Holman, how are you, my friend?
Yep.
No, I'm looking forward to this. I love Halloween, actually. You know, what's that? On a Friday night, no less. You know,
right?
I mean, I'm getting a little older. You know, so I used to go and hide in the bushes and scare all the little shits. You know,
you seem too nice to do that.
You know, yeah, no. It was one of my fun things to do. You know what I mean?
Nice.
You know,
so you got a little sadistic streak in you.
You know, yeah, oh yeah, a little bit. You know what I mean?
Me too. Me too.
Well, it's one of my favorite things to do is try and scare people. I do that to my wife all the time. That's, so if I, she'll whack me back. But at least she's got a defense. So, but let's get on with the show. This guy, they call him the OG of Halloween. Why? Because he's the only prick that showed his face. And what a face. Let's bring him right in, Mr. Tony Moran.
Nice to see you guys.
Hey, Tony.
How you doing, buddy?
Man. Pleasure.
I'm on top of the world. On top of the
world.
And
I know you like cats because I see the cat thing in back of you.
Yeah, I got 2 cats now.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got one that's 2 years old and one that's 1 year old. Yeah.
Very nice.
Oh, young one.
I'd have a dog also, but I travel too much. It would not be fair to the dog.
Right.
I just want to say something first.
Sure.
If you don't mind. I am incredibly impressed with what you guys got going. Your intro, your artwork, everything. I am blown away of how professional, how beautiful it is. It's just unreal.
Thank you.
Just blown away. And then that's the good part. And then we come on screen, fuck it all up.
Right?
Yeah, exactly. It's like fuck off. Yeah, and then you had Deadly Grounds on. I've bought coffee from those guys before. They got great coffee. They have excellent coffee, and I'm a big coffee drinker. So, anyway, I just wanted to give you that compliment because Nancy Ann is here. She was sitting here, my girlfriend, Nancy Ann Ritter from Scream. She was sitting here, and I said, "You got to check this out, man. This is unbelievable. It is incredible." So, good for you guys. Good.
Well, thank you for that. Appreciate that.
Thank you.
I mean, it really wouldn't matter to me if we were doing this out of a basement. I could care less, because I love.
Well, it's funny you say that because my office is in the basement. We got a couple of comments already popping in. Amy Dooley says, "Uncle Tony."
Oh, Amy. Yeah.
My daughter Chloe says, "Lila says hi, Uncle Tony." So they're upstairs watching as well.
Hi back.
So, welcome, man. I mean, like I said, Jeff and I met you about 5 years ago on tour.
5 years ago,
we've spent a lot of time together over the years at different conventions.
Most recently, we hit it off naturally and quickly. Yeah,
right. And most recently was the Maine Paranormal and Horror Convention for a first year show. Holy shit,
unbelievable! Off the hook,
I mean, we were able to form more than a friendship.
Exactly. Yes. Yes.
You know.
Yeah.
So thank you for.
We're very tight now, Jeffrey. We're tight. I'm tight with you now too.
Well,
Get too tight with that boy.
We talked before the show that I knew Tony's sister, Erin. So so I'm part of the group.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
7 degrees of separation, or whatever they call it. Something
right.
Like that. Yeah.
6
degrees. Yeah.
You know, you've been a busy boy. I see.
Unreal.
Traveling all over the place.
Yeah, unreal. I started in August, in Germany. It was like my 4th time there, I think. And I've been traveling every weekend since. Yeah, since August. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
that's busy. Wow.
This weekend will be the last one for a few weeks or so, or something like that. And but it's a big weekend. I'm going to be appearing in Bastrop, Texas.
I've been there.
I've never been there. How was it? It's cool.
Well, it's right outside of Austin. So Austin's the nearest big town to Bastrop. It's my late partner lived there, and they're cool there, but it's not a big city. You're in a suburb about 35 or 40 minutes outside of Austin.
Right. So, and it's the original gas station from the movie Texas Chainsaw Massacre that Roy Rose bought. And I'm excited to see that. And I had told him, he had contacted me about a year ago, maybe just a little less than a year ago, about doing it. He had contacted me years before, and we couldn't come to terms with the negotiating of the terms. And then I found out some more things earlier this year about his place. And so I dropped a lot of my demands, or whatever you want to call it. And I can't wait to go. And I also told him, I said, yeah, look it, man, it won't hurt anything, but you ought to advertise that I also am a minister and I do weddings.
Yeah.
And he kind of shook him up a little bit. And he was like, you do weddings? And I go, yeah, man. Yeah, I do weddings. Yeah. I said, I did this one thing in West Virginia about 3 or 4 years ago that it started off with just Saturday and Sunday doing a couple weddings, and it gained so much popularity that we had to add 2 more days, and I did 12 weddings in 4 days. And he's like, no kidding. And I said, yeah. And so I told him, how much we should charge and all that stuff and blah, blah, blah. And he said, okay. He didn't really think I don't know how much confidence he had in it, but we've got 4 people that I'm marrying on Halloween night.
That's bigamy.
4 couples. Yeah. Exactly. And then I do the meet and greet on Saturday and Sunday. So
wow, that's pretty
really
cool.
Looking forward to it.
So there you go, folks. I mean, we have a very large audience that watches this live, listens to it later, watches it later. For the right price, Michael Myers can marry your ass. Or for the right price, Michael Myers can bring the knife and maybe divorce your ass.
Yeah, that's right. Divorce it from life. Yeah.
However you want it to go, folks. I'm just saying.
That's right. Yeah.
Now,
so
apropos of nothing we've been discussing, I want to fix a piece of show business history. You got started way in a Frankenstein outfit.
No, that's not true.
That's what I wanted to fix.
Yeah, that's Wikipedia. That's not true. I never did that. I've never done that.
Wikipedia not being true?
Oh, come on, really?
Yeah, I don't know.
Tony, have you read lately what Wikipedia says about you?
No.
3/4 of it isn't true.
Tony,
I'll bet.
Tony, do you give a shit what Wikipedia says about you?
I could give a flying fuck. and even after this conversation, I'm not going to go and look because I really don't give a shit. I just don't. I mean, if people are going to believe what they're going to believe, but I mean, they should really get it from the horse's mouth. But
I don't know who wrote your Wikipedia page. It is filled with accusations of bullshit.
Yeah,
reading it, I went, no, not true. No, not true. No, not true.
Accusations about professional shit or personal?
Yes.
Both. Both. Maybe I should read it.
Yeah.
The only thing that Wikipedia was right about was that you were in the original Halloween,
Right.
and you're hung like a horse. From what I hear.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
that's the only two things that I could see. Well, that
Well,
and that
I'm all in now. Yay.
Well, you know,
but you-
in your defense, you're not tall enough to be Frankenstein anyway. So fuck 'em.
Yeah, for sure. I mean,
You-
I don't know
I knew
why
it was
people-
bullshit because they said you did it at Hollywood and Vine, and that's not where the impersonators do it. They do it in front of Grauman's Chinese. So I knew it was wrong.
Yeah, it's not even. Yeah, never. Nah. Yeah. And if anybody knew me, they would know this. Truly not my style. Truly not my style. You know.
No.
But I wonder why they wanted to lie about accusing me of other shit. I wonder why. Well, whatever.
Because
haters hate.
somebody had an axe to grind, and nobody has challenged it. So maybe you want to challenge it because it's what's written there about you is not very nice. So maybe you need to challenge that because it's not.
How do I
nice.
challenge it?
Drive your ass down there, put on your mask. Say, hey, take this shit down.
Yeah, I don't know how to challenge it, but hey. We probably shouldn't even be talking about it because now everybody's going to go to Wikipedia and read it. You know?
No, but people are reading it, and I wanted to make sure that we debunked it.
Here's the thing. If people know the true Tony Moran, then they know it's bullshit. It's that simple. You know, like I said, we met you 5 years ago. We sat and chatted for hours.
Yeah.
On that tour. Hours.
Yeah.
In different states, all up and down the East Coast.
Yep.
And you are one of the nicest, most humble gentlemen that we've ever come in contact with on a tour.
Thank you.
You know, and I mean, it's just that simple. So the people that know you, and the people that want to know you should come to a convention and get to know you.
Sure.
If they don't want to get to know you and they want to read what the hate is, right? Well, that's their option. Let them have it. Fuck them.
Yeah. I think I might even have an idea who did it. and the guy is scared shitless of me. He's scared shitless of me.
So
it might be him. It might be him.
And by the way, Ben said to fuck him. Don't fuck them. Your huge cock is too good for them.
Well, I mean, you could just buy a cactus and they would, you know.
That's right.
Just don't lube it.
That was
but
my
anyway, let's talk a little bit about Halloween.
Sure.
I know we've talked to you in the past, and when Halloween came and the audition and all that, you really didn't even want to do it.
Yeah. It's, I mean, I'm very rarely an asshole now, but I still can be. But I was a real big asshole back then in the sense of this. I didn't know what I was getting into. And I was a know-it-all. I thought I knew everything and whatever. But anyways, back then, producers and directors kind of looked down on actors that did horror movies because back then horror movies were really, really poor. And it was inside knowledge that, if you want to see, nudity, you go to a porno or horror. Okay. So I'm sleeping on a couch at my buddy's place. His name is Jamie. Broke as a joke. And I'm in an acting workshop, taking myself pretty seriously. That's what I mean by asshole. Doing Shakespeare and stuff. And my agent calls me up, who is my little sister, Erin's, Mary Grady, her agent for a long while. And when I was 9 and Erin was 5, she came to a party, a Christmas party that my parents put on. She saw Erin and I, and she wanted to put us in TV and movies and stuff. And I tried it at 9 years old, and I hated it. So I got out, and because I like to play sports and all that, and, my buddies. And Erin was so young, she was only 5, she just kept going. But this agent kept asking me year after year. And then by the time I was like 19 and a half years old, that's when I started the workshop. I really had no idea what I was going to do with my life. So I went back to her with my tail between my legs, totally, humbleness. and said, look, okay, we'll try it. Because I didn't know what I was going to do with my life. So she had called me up and told me about this. She says, oh, yeah, I got this. She said, I'm so sorry because it's been so slow for your age and your look and your type and your, all that. But I got this low budget film. It's called Halloween. It's a horror movie, of course, low budget. And Jamie Lee Curtis is in it. And you play some psycho. And I'm like, okay, all right. And I said, well, who's Jamie Lee Curtis? And so because she was only 20 years old. So she explained it. And I said, okay. I said, well, I don't really give a shit. I don't care who she is, I'm not impressed, And then she said, and I said, you say I play some psycho? She goes, yeah, that's all I know. You play some psycho. I don't know. All they said is you play a psycho in this movie. I said, oh, yeah. I said, well, that's okay. And I said, and by the way, I said, you said the name of the movie is Halloween? She said, yeah. I said, well, that's about the corniest thing I ever heard. I've never heard of saying that's so corny. A horror movie called Halloween. Ooh, And so I said, I'm not doing it. I'm not going to do it. I was doing Romeo and Juliet in my acting workshop, taking myself so seriously, And she says, this guy named John Carpenter, he's directing and he's a really an up and coming guy, blah, blah, blah. He's supposed to be great. And I said, I don't care. I'm not doing it. I'm not going to do it. She said, okay. She said, well, Donald Pleasance is in it. And I went, bullshit. Because she swore like a truck driver too, I go, bullshit, Mary. Why the fuck would you tell me that a classic British actor, Donald Pleasance, is going to be in this movie? Why would you say that to me? Why? And I was a huge fan of his. I mean, major fan. And she goes, no, Tony, I swear to God, he's in the movie. I said, what is your problem? She goes, Tony, he signed the contract. He's in. And I'm like, shit. So then I thought to myself, well, shit. If I get the part, okay, I got a credit with Donald Pleasance. If I don't get the part, well, who gives a shit? Nobody's going to see this movie anyways. You know what I mean? So she goes, oh, and this was on a Wednesday morning. And I said, shit. I said, okay, I'll tell you the backstory about Donald Pleasance or what I heard. So anyway, so I went, I go, so what do I do in this movie again? She goes, I don't know. They just said you play a psycho. That's all I know. I said, okay. I said, well, okay, when do I go on this interview? She goes, it's Friday morning, 2 days from now, whatever. I said, okay. And I just play a psycho. That's all you know. She goes, yeah, that's all I know. You play a psycho. I said, all right. So I thought, if they want psycho, I'll give them fucking psycho. No problem. So I didn't sleep. I didn't shave. I didn't take a shower. And I didn't have any coffee and I didn't sleep or anything. And I was cranky as fuck at this interview. And sure enough, I go into Hollywood from the San Fernando Valley. And where is this interview? Well, it's off an alleyway in the ghetto part of Hollywood. Okay. Because it's a low budget film. Right. And I'm just pissed as fuck, And I go up these stairs that are there. I remember they were painted powder blue, but all peeling off. A wooden staircase up to this upper thing, upper office area thing. It's just one room. And I knocked and went in. And Erwin Yablans was on the right, the producer. Clean cut, sitting behind a desk. I was like, all right, this is not so bad, And then he introduces himself and shakes my hand and all that. And then he points across the room, because it's just one room, to this cat sitting on the couch. And he stands up and he's wearing blue jeans and tennis shoes and a t-shirt and he's got real long hair. And he goes, this is my director, John Carpenter. And I'm like, fuck, because I came from Paramount, studios with the suits, real, upper
back
class.
then. Absolutely.
Yeah. And then I got this thing happen and I'm like, oh my God. So they talked to me for like 5 to 7 minutes. Literally, it was really quick. They didn't say a word about the movie. They didn't have a script to give me or anything because obviously I found out later I didn't have any lines, right? And so they just talked about my life, And so I said, and so then that was that. So they go, thank you. So I left. And so I went home And around 4 or 5 o'clock that afternoon, Mary calls me up, my agent. She says, "Congratulations, you got the job." And I was like, "Well, whoop-de-fucking do, you know? I'm never going to tell anybody I'm going to do this movie anyway, so fuck it, you know?" So it's like I told you, you know, Erin didn't know I did the movie till 2006. My little sister, you know, she happened to be doing the same convention in New Jersey, Chiller Theater, right? She was in the same tent as me, and it was the funniest thing because I'm new to this, and I'm signing autographs, and I got a real long line, you know, and I'm like, God damn, for me, this is unreal, you know? And I see her, she's catty corner from me, and I see her get out of the corner of my eye, off her table, and she's walking across the room, and she stops about, I don't know, 10, maybe 15 feet away from me, and she looks up at my banner, and then she looks down at me, and then she looks up at the banner, and then she looks down at me, and I went, yeah. And she just shook her head. She just shook her head. Was like, "Oh my God," you know. And she just walked away because she didn't talk to the family for quite a few years, which I don't blame her. Because a lot of the family members were looking for money. You know, I didn't do that, but a lot of the family members did. So, that's how she found out, and that was in 2006. Right. Now, when I got to the home where I filmed, my agent said, "Okay, you got to talk. You got to ask for Sue or Mary or whoever who's the wardrobe." So I do, and so they go, "Oh God, thank you. We're so glad you're here. You know, yeah, we'll go get her. Yeah, stay right here." So we're so excited. Okay, and then so she comes down, the wardrobe chick, and she's got the coveralls draped over her arm, and she's got the airborne army boots with the little hooks on the heels, so you can put your fingertips through to hold them. And she's holding in the right hand a mask and a jar of Vaseline. She's, "Oh my God, I'm so happy to see you. We're so excited you're here. Oh God, this is going to be so great." I don't know. She's like doing this whole thing. And I'm just sitting there staring at her and what she's got in her hands, right? And I go, she goes, and then she goes, "Here's your stuff." Like this. And I wouldn't touch it. Now, I already signed the contract, you know? And they already got my measurements and everything. And so I'm feeling kind of stuck in this situation. And I go, I point at the mask. I go, "Well, here's my stuff." I go, "What's the mask for?" She goes, "You got to wear it." I go, "What?" She goes, "Yeah, you wear a mask in it." I go, "I wear a mask in this movie?" She goes, "Yeah." I go, "You got to be fucking kidding me." She goes, "Well, no." She's getting kind of scared, you know, because I can be kind of scary when I get pissed. And I'm like, "You got to be fucking kidding." She goes, "No, you know." And I go, "Well, what's the Vaseline for?" She goes, "Well, you got a lot of hair, man. You got to put that in your hair because the mask is 100% latex. And when the good thing is you're going to see your face, and Jamie Lee is going to tear off that mask, and you're going to see your face, but we need the Vaseline in your hair so it just slides right off." I'm like, "Oh my God, I can't believe I'm doing this. I can't believe this." It was humiliating to me, you know? And that's how that all went down. And I found out later, and I don't know if it's true or not, that Donald Pleasance took the part. Well, there was 4 people that they were bigger horror actors than him. They all turned it down. He took it because what I heard was that he was on his 3rd divorce and he needed the alimony money, and that's why he took the part. Then later on, he says in interviews it was the best thing that ever happened to him, and it was for me too, man. I mean, I remember when I first met him, it was really hilarious because he was sort of like me. We're both like looking at each other like, "Oh, God, really? Seriously, you know, we're really doing this, you know." But it was the best thing, of course, that happened to me. I mean, it's so big what happened to me that the only word that I can describe, and I'm not religious, but I got blessed, period, man. I mean, there's no other word that fits what happened to me and what's happening still to me.
Right.
There are no words, you know?
Yeah. I mean, when you filmed it, nobody knew that all these years later, it would still be a huge cult classic.
Exactly. Yeah, it's the highest grossing horror film of all time. And I had no idea I was going to be doing a scene that's going to be etched in history. I had no idea. I didn't know. I didn't know. And we filmed in April. You want to hear what a dumb shit I am? We filmed in April. In August, I'm minding my own business, and I get this little envelope in the mail, and it's an invitation to go to the screening for the cast and crew. You know what I did?
Threw it away.
That's exactly right. like the fucking asshole that I am, I threw it away. I turned to my girlfriend, who was an English chick, actress model. I go, can you believe this? They actually are going to have a screen for this piece of shit. So then I'm minding my own business, and it's the winter time, and I'm driving my piece of shit Volkswagen down Sunset Boulevard to get to the freeway to get home. And minding my own business, and Sunset's known for billboards, right? Right. So that little town that they showed in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Westwood?
Yeah.
Right. That's where the billboard was, and right on Sunset. And I'm driving, and I look up, and I see the billboard of Halloween, and it had to be like late November or December, right? And I'm like, you got to be kidding me! This movie's got a billboard? I couldn't believe it. And then the next year, because there was no Blockbuster, there's no VHS, no CD, DVDs, nothing like that. It's playing everywhere, and I'm like. I'm astounded. I'm like, I can't believe this shit. So I turned to my girlfriend, the same girlfriend. I said, have you noticed that this movie's playing everywhere? She said, yes, I have, Tony. Yes, I have. I said, shit. I said, you want to go see it? He goes, yeah, sure, why not? So we go see it. And like halfway through, I turned to her and I go, this movie's not too bad. And that's how that went down.
Please tell me that you didn't sign away for short money.
Short money on an independent film? There's no such thing as short money and all that shit. I got paid dirt. I didn't get paid much money at all. I mean, but there was nothing like my residuals. $3 here, $6 there, $9 there. Nobody got paid shit on that movie. But we were all good friends at the time when we were doing it. We all got along really, really well. John Carpenter, nicest guy, down to earth. Jamie Lee Curtis, same thing. I mean, just wonderful.
Irwin is known for being a little thrifty.
Oh, well, so you know him. Yeah, well, he definitely was on this, for sure. And just not with Donald Pleasance. Donald Pleasance got paid really well. So
Right.
And it only took 21 days to film the damn thing, John Carpenter didn't do more than 3 takes in the whole movie.
Wow.
Right. And now 40 years later, you're an icon at all these events.
Yeah, unbelievable. It's just unbelievable to me. I bless my lucky stars every day. I mean, it's something that I'll never get used to, not in a bad way, in a good way. It's just a really humbling thing. It just humbles me, it just is like, man, because it's not like, I mean, look at, the first documentary they did on Halloween was on AMC channel. And they finally got around to asking John Carpenter why they picked me. And you know what he said? He said, because I thought he had an angelic face.
Oh,
that's why they hired me. And I was in Boston filming a movie. And the director and I are watching it. He's the one that told me it was on. I didn't even know it was on. And he asked me if I wanted to watch it. I said, sure, we'll watch it. He said, so we watched it. And he said that. And I'm like, angelic? There ain't anything angelic about me at all. There's nothing angelic about me. But whatever, He just liked my pretty face, I guess,
Well, he liked your pretty face. Look. Yeah, well, he liked your pretty face, and he knew that you weren't afraid of Vaseline and latex. So
I was his man,
right?
I was his man. Yeah, yeah, that's funny. That's funny, man. That's funny.
But now you actually have produced a film, correct?
Yeah, called Beg. Yeah,
Beg. Yeah. Tell us a little bit about that.
I've got it tattooed on my right calf.
Movie, by the way, I loved it.
Oh, thank you. Oh, you saw it. Thank you.
Oh yeah,
Thank you very
of course
much.
I did.
Thank you. Yeah, it started with this guy, the director. He had contacted me through Facebook, and he totally did a whole takeaway on me, saying, I know you probably won't even answer this message on Facebook, but I'm doing this short film called Spilt Milk, and I'd love to have you in it. You probably won't even respond, and blah, 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 blah. Well, I responded because I don't want people to think that we're all that, like, just assholes like that, because we're not. So I responded to him. I said, well, just send me the script and let me see how it is, and we'll go from there. So he sent me the script, and a part of it was already filmed with Tiffany Shepis, who's a scream queen. Mm-hmm. And the script was great. It was awesome. And I said, yeah, man, it's great. So we figured out the money situation and all that. And I finished filming this short called Spilt Milk. Well, less than a year later, after he finished filming, he said, hey, man, how about if we turn this Spilt Milk into a feature? And I said, okay. And so he turned it into a feature, wrote the script, and he sent it to me. And I said, yeah, it's great. It's awesome. And he said, oh, yeah. I go, well, by the way, who's playing my wife? And he goes, well, I don't know yet. He goes, I tried to get PJ Souls, but her and her agent, they just blew me off. I can't even get a word in edgewise. I said, don't worry about it. She's my friend. I'll call her up and I'll work this out. Don't you worry about that. And he goes, what? I'm like, yeah, we're all friends, man. Don't worry about it. I'll call him up. So I called her up, and she said, hey, Tony, because we all help each other. And I said, yeah, I'm doing this film, I said, you want to play my wife in it? It's great. It's a great script. She goes, oh, yeah, send me the script. And she said, I'd love to play your wife. I said, okay. She read the script, called me back. She said, yeah, I'm in. I'll do it. If they got the money to pay me, I'll do it. I said, okay. So then I got Michael Berryman in. And that wasn't too hard because Michael is really cool. But then I got Tony Todd in. And Tony and I were really good friends when he was alive. And I didn't want to come to him like doing a favor for me as a friend. I really wanted to go on the merit of the movie and all that. And plus we'd have a blast. And so we're doing it's a funny story. I got a million funny stories, but anyways, so we're doing this convention in Kentucky. And the convention is right across the street from the hotel we're staying at. And the hotel happened to be like an A+ hotel and bar and restaurant. I mean, old oak wood bar. I mean, just beautiful, right? High end. So I thought, so I said to him, hey, man, you want to go out to dinner after the show? He goes, yeah, let's do it, man. We'll just go to the bar and order dinner there, man. It's a great bar and all that. I said, yeah, man, sounds good. And so I know I'm going to bring this up to him. And I know he's very, very, very expensive. And I know that we can't afford him. And I know that I'm going to have to negotiate with him. And so I figured, okay, the best way to negotiate, of course, is while you're eating, because you're happy, you're happy camper. So we sit down and he orders a steak and potato and vegetables or something like that, but a steak and medium rare. And I ordered the exact same thing as him on purpose. And same medium rare and all that. And, Texas is calling me. Anyways, I'll get back to her. This for this weekend. It's the wife. Okay. And I bet you she's going to tell me she's got another wedding for me. So anyway, so we're about a quarter of the way through, maybe a third of the way through dinner. And I start pitching him the movie. And he says, that sounds great, man. That sounds really good. That sounds great. He says, okay. He says, and he gets a card out and he goes, this is my manager, / agent or whatever. And I go, Tony, please, you're dealing with me. You don't do that to me. I know what's going to happen. You're going to give me this card. I'm going to call them and they're going to say no. and you won't have to say no to me. I said, why would you do that to me? We're friends. Come on. Come on. Come on. And he starts laughing. He goes, oh, okay. All right. Okay. And he goes, how much? And I go, well, there's a little problem there. I can afford to pay you this amount. And he said, and he went absolutely fucking ballistic. And you remember his voice?
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
That deep, loud voice. He starts going, you gotta be kidding me. Tony, are you out of your mind? Blah, blah, blah. At the bar. I'm mortified, right? I'm just mortified. So I said to him, okay. I said, okay. I will figure out a way, I promise you, to get you an extra $500 when you do it. So you can imagine if I'm getting him an extra $500. It wasn't much I was asking him,
Right.
to take, And he said, okay, all right, whatever, Tony, okay. And he did it. And he did a great job in it, and we had a great time. And the movie turned out to be really good. They had as a matter of fact, I don't usually toot my horn, but they had a festival, an award festival for the East Coast, and I was up against Robert Englund for Best Actor, and I won Best Actor. So against him, yeah. And he's such a great guy. He's such a nice guy too. But hey, sorry, pal. Win some, lose some.
Right.
So that's how Beg came about. It's a great movie. It's a great movie.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
So
Actually, you produced another one too, right?
Hard to say.
The Trees Have Eyes. You were involved in that one as well.
Trees Have Eyes. Was I in a movie called Trees Have Eyes?
You sure were.
I was?
Yeah.
Well,
I watched it.
did you? How did I do?
Yeah, I did.
that's why he doesn't remember it.
I'm glad you're honest. I'm glad.
Oh my god. that
You
was so funny.
played you were a cop or a sheriff or something like that,
Isn't that the same movie?
No, it's The Trees Have Eyes.
The Trees Have Eyes.
Look it up.
Was Tiffany Shepard in it? Do you know who she is?
No.
No.
I can look it up and tell you
little
though.
brunette.
I'll look it up and tell you. You don't remember being in that? What were you, high or
I
something?
vaguely remember the title, but I don't. Yeah.
Yep,
Oh,
it was
yeah.
a great flick. I loved the shit out of that one.
No shit, huh?
Yep.
Well,
I'm a horror nut anyway.
yeah, right. Was Kevin McDonald the director and writer?
I'm looking it up now.
Okay.
The Trees Have Eyes.
I'm
And we,
embarrassed.
just,
I don't
and we
remember.
just lost Mr. Jeffrey Mark for
Yeah.
some reason.
Yeah, he'll pop back in. Let's see. You're listed first as the actor.
No, that's cool.
And then there's Timothy Quill,
Oh, Timothy Quayle. Yeah.
Callie Solowoski,
Yes.
Allie Marshall,
Okay.
Nicole Campana.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yep.
I-
You ought to
well,
you might want to review that.
I saw Beg only once. I just never really like watching myself, so it doesn't surprise me I didn't see it. So, and forgot about it. Yeah.
Right.
But it's not that old. It came out in 2020.
2020.
Yep.
God, I don't. Well, that doesn't matter. They could have filmed that much earlier.
Right. So,
Yeah, I don't know. I'll
So-
have to look it up.
like I said before, folks, we've had the pleasure of touring on the road with Tony and listening to a lot of funny stories. But there's one story in particular that no matter where we are, if there's new people around, I go, Tony, you got to tell them the story about the fucking pinball machine.
Please, I haven't heard it. I haven't heard it.
That is fucking
Tell me the story.
hilarious. That is hilarious.
Can you tell our viewers and listeners
Sure.
the story of the pinball machine?
You betcha. And by the way, I never got to get one. I wanted to buy one, and the guy said, "Sorry." The guy that owns and makes these pinball machines, he's to me. He says, "Sorry." He says it's a limited amount, and that's that. I don't make one more after that. Otherwise, all the other people would be pissed off because I told them it's a certain amount. And I said, "You're kidding me." He goes, "No, sorry." I said, "I go, okay." So, anyways, I'm touring this because I helped a friend of mine truck some stuff down there to this guy, and it was about a 3.5 hour drive one way. But the truck was completely filled with stuff that his wife had made that this guy was going to sell with the pinball machines or something like that. Great operation this guy has too. And I got to see a bunch of pinball machines that were just stunning. So the Halloween pinball machine is, and not just because it's Halloween, but it is an unbelievable pinball machine. It is one of the best that's ever been made. It's just beautiful. It's just great. And by the way, I also got PJ Soul's voice on there for her to say totally. They couldn't get a hold of her again. This was a different situation with my friend. He couldn't get a hold. She was unavailable, which she is all the time, except for me or her friends. So I called her up and I said, "Look it, man, they want your voice and they're going to pay you really well. They don't want me though. They don't want me, but they want you. They want your voice to say, to say some stuff." She goes, "Oh, great. Well, tell them to call me. Give them my number." And so I just, because her agent blocks everything. So anyways, so I'm at this pinball machine warehouse manufacturing place, and with my buddy, and this guy comes with a pickup truck, and it's him and his buddy, and they're both from Brazil. And they spoke English, and all that. And he's going to pick up his Halloween pinball machine. So he gets it, and we're just standing around watching, and stuff like that. And he's trying to get it in the back of the bed of his truck, and he's got it in the back of his bed of his truck. But both him and his buddy, they didn't notice that they had to do this one thing to make it really fit. They had like a tool cabinet in the back of the bed, they had to just get it low enough to get underneath the lid, kind of, anyways. So I get back there and I show him and I help him get this pinball machine in the back of his truck. And he's all thankful, "Thank you very much," all that. I said, "Yeah, sure. And he thinks, I guess this guy thinks that I worked there. Okay. Just a worker, And he slams it, puts the tailgate up. And the guy goes, "Who just, I'm standing right there." And the guy that owns the place, he goes, "This guy that just helped you with the pinball machine, well, he's the original Michael Myers from Halloween." And the Brazil guy, it just went right over his head. Because it was such a huge thing to him. And this happens sometimes where they cannot believe that I'm standing in front of them.
Yeah.
Or something like that. You know what I mean? And I'm not talking ego. I'm just saying that's what happens, So the owner says, "No, this guy is Tony Moran. He's the original Michael Myers from Halloween." And the Brazilian guy goes, "Oh, yeah, well, okay, I think it's some kind of joke or something, right?" So he gets all packed up and he leaves. And somehow he starts thinking about it, and he calls the owner back, and the owner calls us after this all went down. And he goes, "When you were saying this guy was the original Michael Myers, what were you even talking about?" Because he didn't want to say it in front of me, He goes, he's Michael Myers. He's the original Michael Myers from the 78 movie. He helped you put your pinball machine in. And the guy goes, "What? Are you kidding me?" Because I would have signed his pinball machine, and it would have been great for him. But he could not believe that I was there. So he couldn't conceive it in his brain. He couldn't do it. He couldn't do it until he was gone. And all he had to, the main piece where it's the glass, I would have signed that thing right then and there. Just nice, huge Tony Moran, Michael Myers H1. But he just didn't understand what was really going on. That Michael Myers helped him put his goddamn machine in his back of his fucking truck.
All right, so I just did a little bit of research and I have the answer to the questions that I had.
Okay.
Dead Bounty came out in 2014.
Oh yeah, Dead Bounty. That was
It was re-released in 2020 under the title "The Trees Have Eyes."
Oh, I see. Yes, Dead Bounty. Yes.
Same movie.
Oh, yeah, I know. He actually had 3 different names: Provoked, Dead Bounty, and The Trees Have Eyes.
Okay, well, they used 2 of the 3. I guess
Yeah,
that
he
ain't
kept
bad.
changing.
Make sure you get paid for that.
So you've been researching that this whole time?
No, it took 5 minutes.
Oh, because I was going to say 6 minutes ago, Amy Dooley piped in and said it was called Dead Bounty originally.
Way to go, Amy.
Sorry, I didn't mean to burst your bubble.
Okay. I was connecting dots, connecting that. Thank you, Amy.
Once in a while, Jeff, you got to put these glasses on so you can read the comments.
Oh my God.
Well, that's okay. It was just verified then. That's all.
Yes, it was
Well,
verified.
Amy's
It was
enjoying
verified.
it. So there we go.
Right.
Yeah, Amy is outstanding. I love Amy. She's great. She's great.
Yeah.
She's great.
So
Her and I
you
go
said
way
you
back.
said you said that the girlfriend's in town.
Yeah, she's
Is she dressed
here right now.
Is she
She's here
dressed
right
in
now. You want to say
decent?
hello?
Is she dressed?
Is she dressed in decent?
Yeah, she just now got dressed. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, tell her to come sit on the couch with you.
Hold on.
Come on, hurry up.
We
doing
got
that
about
shit.
10 minutes left of the show. We might as well
Nice
bring
show,
her
not yours.
on.
Come on, get on here. Say hello.
Are you guys worried that Fancy Nancy will be topless? From that other interview we did in Tony's. Look at the guy, Jeffrey. Don't worry. I was only
She's got great tits, though. I'll
I
tell
was
you
only
that.
obeying Tony in that interview.
I
Hi,
missed
guys.
Yeah.
I deserve a shot at that. Come on now.
Hey,
I mean, I totally would. But
One of you take off your shirt. I don't care which one.
I'll do it. Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
See, it takes so little to make me happy.
Hi, guys.
Hi,
How are
Nance. How you doing?
I'm good, Ray Liotta, aka Jeff, and Ben. You guys, since 3 years ago when I did your show, you and Ben have different backdrops. I love it.
Oh, there's different
Yeah.
backdrops every week for them.
Yeah.
For
Yes.
real, yo.
For
Yep.
real.
For
Very
real.
cool.
Mine always looks the same because it's real. But
Jeffrey goes way back to my little sister. They were friends.
No way.
yeah, I've known
can do-
stories about the family for a longy time.
For a
We can do
long
that.
time. Wow. So you were compadres with Erin. That's amazing.
Yeah. Well, I was fortunate to be blessed to know her, and
Yeah.
here are the stories that we're not going to talk about today. So there.
Well, that's
True
really
that.
that's really special. I've gotten to hear a lot of wonderful stories from Tony. He always refers to Erin as my little sister, and it's really he very rarely says Erin. It's just always my little sister around me. Well, and other people, but just really sweet how he always says my little sister.
So, real quick, there's a ton of comments going on, but I have to say this one. Lila, my granddaughter that we had dinner with, is watching us right now upstairs, and she says, "Hi, Auntie."
Oh.
Oh, Lila. Hi, Lila. We got to have a wonderful meal with a lot of Ben's family, one of the daughters and his grandchildren, one of the little grandbabies.
Yeah.
And
my
Ben's
wife.
wonderful wife, Michelle. It was a really nice night that night. And then at the convention, we met the whole kit and caboodle, which was really fun.
Well, you met part of the kit and caboodle.
We met the caboodle, but not the kit.
Yeah, you put them together. You get a show, you put all that together.
Pretty much.
Well,
So,
I don't want to take away from your time with Tony, but I'm happy to say hi.
Well, thank
Hi.
you. It's nice seeing
Hi.
your face.
Hi.
Tony's like, get off the couch. It's my show. Remember, I told you.
I love you guys, and nice to meet you, Jeffrey.
It's a pleasure to meet you back.
Okay, bye guys. Bye, Joe
Bye.
and Amy. I saw you guys down in the
wait a
comments.
minute.
Bye, Joe and Amy.
There we go.
Oh, there
There
she
she
is.
is.
Hi.
Say hi.
Hi there.
Hi.
Can you say hi?
Hi, Lila.
Wait.
Little shy.
Squeak.
I just love that face. Just love that
Back,
face.
back to Meme.
Okay, bye guys.
Bye. We'll see you soon, I hope.
I hope so too. I really do. Okay, love you guys. Bye
Love
bye.
you too. Be safe.
Thank
So.
you.
So, folks, we did that for a reason. Nancy is like family as well, like Tony, and she's there. We have to say hi. I mean, it would just be downright rude not to.
Right?
Yeah, she just got here last night. Yeah, we were in Alabama the past weekend. Then she had to go home, and then she flew in last night, and then she's gonna come. She's flying with me to Texas to just hang out, not sign or do anything like that, just to hang out and watch me do weddings, and yeah. She's already done an appearance at the gas station before.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
If you get into Austin, there's some really good restaurants there.
Is there? Yeah, the owner I hear really likes to hang out with the celebrities and take care of them and take them out to dinner and stuff. So he'll probably do that. Yeah.
And we know how much Tony likes steak.
Yeah, definitely. If I'm being taken out and they're paying, steak, please.
Even better.
Wait. Steak and lobster. Yes.
Steak and lobster for sure. For sure. Yes.
Texas will have a lot of steak. They have to import the lobster unless it's Caribbean, and there's a difference.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
And hopefully some of the conventions that we've reached out to up here in the Northeast will have you guys there. So that we can go out to dinner and actually take Mr. Holman this time, because he won't have to bug out and drive home.
Last time, yeah.
Yeah. That'd be great. That'd be awesome.
Well,
That'd be
I'm
awesome.
feeling left out.
Well, I mean,
I'm 3,000. Tony, I live in Palm Springs. I'm 3,000 miles away.
Wow. Nice and warm.
If Tony and Nancy are out on the West Coast,
they should get a hold of me. Absolutely.
Definitely. Definitely, Jeffrey. Yeah.
So,
I'd like to hear some
he'll
more
let you take him out for steak.
I'd like to hear some more stories about you and Erin and stuff like that too, for sure.
We need to get you to the Hollywood Museum too.
Yeah, what's there? I've never been there.
Yeah, I'll give you a private tour.
Oh, cool. I'd love that.
He was asking what's in there.
Hollywood stuff.
Everything, huh?
Everything. And I know that Anson has donated stuff, and Donnie Most has donated stuff, and so there's stuff there that you'd be very interested in.
Oh, nice. I would love that.
Yeah, we have an event coming up in a couple of weeks there for the 80th anniversary for World War II. All the celebrities who did really cool stuff during World War II.
Oh, wow.
So that's coming up at the Hollywood, a little itty bitty commercial for the Hollywood Museum. But
nice.
I'll be there. I'll be there for that.
Nice. Do you work there or something, or?
Oh no, I'm just a part of the Hollywood Museum family, and my publicist Harlan Bowl is one of the publicists for the museum, so I get included in everything.
Oh, that's killer.
Yeah.
But enough about me. We're here to talk about you. You did wasn't there a documentary about you and the film that was made?
Somebody was trying to do one with me. Yeah. It didn't work out. Yeah. I got a guy that wants me to write a book, and he's heard a lot of my stories. I mean, a lot of them. He still hasn't heard all of them, but he wants to write a book because he's got a guy that would help us, or some kind of, ghostwriter or whatever you want to call it. I don't know. And what he wants to call it is ... and it's all true. Because my stories are hard. A lot of my stories are hard to believe, but they are true.
Right.
And I like to try to spin most of them, or I try to spin all of them with a funny thing at the end of them, but some of them are just tragic, and there is no laughing with them. But
Just make sure you have a good literary agent who will sell it and make some money for you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Well,
So I don't know. I want to do it, but for me to really do that, I'm going to have to go into some dark stuff that has happened to me in my life that I'm not scared to talk about. It's just, I don't know. It's pretty heavy.
right.
So.
It's funny. I can see the figure in the window.
Yeah, I know. I saw that too. You can see Nancy in the window.
Yeah.
That's
She was
fantastic.
closing the drapes on the other window. Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, it's funny.
At the edge of night, as the darkness goes behind that window, we can see everything.
Yeah, that's great.
It's like a horror movie with the creepy dude in the back.
Yeah.
Right.
But she can be pretty creepy, you know.
I heard that. I totally heard that.
Especially in the bathroom, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
nice. Oh, jeez.
So,
oh my god,
we are coming up on time. I don't want to keep Tony all night, even though if we wanted to sit here for 3 or 4 hours and talk,
we could do that in a
he
heartbeat.
would sit here.
We could do that in a heartbeat. Yeah, I wouldn't have any problems doing that
because of multiple reasons, folks. One, he loves us as family.
I do,
but he loves his fans. He loves his fans. I can say that every show, and I'm saying this for multiple reasons. So to our promoter friends out there that put on shows, every show that I have ever been at with Tony, he has the biggest fucking line there. And I don't give a shit who else is there.
Thank you. Yeah.
And it's hard to say that about a lot of actors that are doing signings.
Yeah.
You know, because I've seen some big name actors with 2 or 3 people in their line, and it's like, are you kidding me? Well, and it could be a price point thing too.
Could be.
But
yep.
But you take
that
the
doesn't
time.
stop people from coming up and wanting to say hello.
Right. And you take the time. That's the thing.
Yeah.
You'll take the time to talk to every single person that comes up to that table.
Absolutely. Without them, I'm nobody, man.
It's what a professional should do.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, without them, I'm nothing. I'm nobody. You know what I mean? And it's amazing how much I have in common with a lot of them anyways. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's amazing. And I dig them because I like the way, I just like the way they think and how they are. And they're just really, they're the best fans in the world, the best. And like I said, I'm the most blessed guy walking the earth. It just is amazing to me. It's amazing. So I like to give back, and it's easy because I do truly, like people a lot. I like people a lot, and so it's not hard for me to do, and it's no sweat off me, and I get to learn something every convention by these people and stuff, and it's great. It's awesome. It's awesome.
Now, do people recognize you on the street?
No, thank God. Yeah, no. That's what's so great. Yeah, I can go anywhere. Here's what they do, Jeff. Here's what they do. Let's say I'm at the supermarket. Okay? I'm at the supermarket, and the most that they'll do, not out loud, is they'll profile me, and they'll go, oh, fat, balding old guy. Yep, and that's about it.
Little do they know.
Yeah, right. I knew you'd like that, Ben. And that's the day I see him look at me like, oh God, yeah, geez, And it's like, yeah, I'm an old fucker. What do you want from me, man? But yeah, I can go anywhere I want, and nobody knows who the hell I am. Although I've done appearances here in Niles, where I live. I live in a little town called Niles, Michigan, and they have a Niles Scream Park that's been open for 50 years.
Wow!
And they've hired me, I think, 4 times now. And so it's in the same town, and it's a small little town. So I have every now and then somebody go, like at Harbor Freight or somewhere, and they'll go, oh, Tony, hey, how you doing? I'm like, huh? I moved here and bought a house to hide. I want to hide, but that's okay. That's all right.
Right.
But it's I have it made. I mean, I do the conventions, and I get a lot of attention and all that, not that I need it, but I do, I get it. And I love it. And because I love them. And then I come home and nobody knows me. I got the best of both worlds, because if I was well known, man, I don't know, man, that'd be a drag.
It's personality. Tony, I can't go hardly anywhere without being recognized because, all this stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm a ham. I love it. I love it.
Yeah. Some people do. Aaron loved it too.
Yeah.
Aaron loved it also. Me, it just, it's not that it doesn't cringe me out or anything. I just I'm just a homie. You know what I mean? I'm just like you. I'm no different. Right. I'm just a homie. It's no big deal.
You may be just a homie, but you're not just like me.
Yeah. No.
Well, maybe not.
Tony's hung like a horse.
All right, some similarities, but
we are a little over time, folks, which is fine for us because we love talking to Tony and we love being with Tony and Nancy Ann. But I'm gonna spin this thing around real quick here and say, Mr. Holman, any last questions for?
Yeah, actually, I do. Because we had the little talk about the Wikipedia and how it's inaccurate and everything else.
Sounds horrible. Sounds horrible.
Did you or did you not work on a music video for Slayer?
Yes, I did.
You did. Okay, so that is true.
Yeah, I got my throat slit in it. Yeah.
Oh, really?
And I did it for free for Felissa Rose. Yeah.
Okay, nice.
She offered me money, and I said, and because she was producing, it was her money, But her and I are such good friends, and she'd asked me to do it, and she told me how much she's going to pay me, and I said, "You're not going to pay me. I'm your friend. Don't worry about it."
And getting your slit throat sounds like a lot of fun.
It was a blast. I was on my knees, and the guy comes up behind me in the prison, takes a knife, and he does this, and I'm like, ah! It was great. It was awesome. I loved it.
So he went from being throat slicer to the
/E
to the /E to the meat byproduct.
Right.
Right.
He's versatile.
And then he brings people together and marries them.
Yep. Yeah.
Right. Right. And for a small fee, he can divorce you.
And for a bigger fee, he can go on a honeymoon with you.
Yeah. Exactly. That's big bucks there.
I've been waiting all hour to tell that joke. I couldn't find the right spot to say it.
You did now.
So, Mr. Jeffrey Mark, any last questions for the amazing guest?
You did a lot of episodic TV guest shows.
Yes, I did. Mm-hmm.
Is there one that was really wonderful that stands out for you?
Oh God, you want to hear a quick funny story?
Always.
Go for it.
Okay. I did a little series that didn't even last a year. I think it's called California Fever. And Lorenzo Lamas was in it. He was the star guy, right?
Yes.
And we're gonna one of the days we're gonna film on the Santa Monica Pier, all right? And I'm a hooligan, and I got a partner that's a hooligan. My buddy's a hooligan too, and we're hooligans, and we have to. They have this, I think it was made by Subaru. It was called the Brat. It was a little mini pickup truck with these chairs in the back before it was illegal. Yeah, and we had one of those, stick shift. And the director is going over the scene with us, and he turns to the guy who's from New York, this kid, and he says, I want you to drive, and here's how the scene's going to go, blah, 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 and then you're going to drive drive down the pier. And me, I mean, well, I don't know if you know me, but you'll get to know me here in a second, a little bit better. So I'm listening to this director, and I'm thinking, oh man, this is great. This is awesome. This is going to be fun, man. So the director leaves, and the kid turns to me, and he goes, oh shit, dude. He goes, I'm from New York. I've never even driven a car, whether it was a stick or an automatic. And I'm just chomping at the bit, man, because I knew maybe he knew how to drive a car, but I knew for sure he didn't know how to drive a stick, right? So I'm going. So he had never driven a car, period. So I'm just thinking, oh my God, I got the greatest fucking idea. So we got to do the scene now, and we get in. But I taught him how to do it. Everything first. I said, here's what you're going to do. You see this stick shift? You're going to take your left foot way to the left, and that lever down there is that pedal. You just push it down. That's called the clutch. And when you do that, put this knob, the stick, up one in first. Get your right foot near the gas pedal, way over to the right, and the right in the middle is the brake pad, the brake pedal. And he goes, okay. I said, here's what. Yeah, no, I swear to God, Jeff, I did this. I swear to fucking God. I just like to have fun, you know. So I said, and here's what you're gonna do. I'm dead fucking serious with this cat, you know. I'm dead serious, you know. Like I'm teaching him how to fucking drive, you know, that kind of attitude, right? Like a dad, you know. So I said, here's what's going to happen. You're going to take, we're going to get ready he's going to say action. Before he says action, what you're going to do is you're going to take your right foot and you're going to press that gas pedal all the way down so you can't press it anymore. Okay. And you're already going to be in first. You're going to be fine. And what you're going to do is when he says action, you're going to take your left foot off as quickly as you can off the clutch. And this brat, the truck was bouncing down the Santa Monica Pier. And I'm fucking laughing my ass off. And the truck is going, cut. It was hilarious.
Oh my God.
I couldn't resist it though. It was just sitting there like a ripe apple for me to bite into. You know what I mean? And he fell for it. And he was pissed. He was pissed. The director was fucking just out of his mind mad, you know, because we're shooting on the Santa Monica Pier, you know, it costs money, you know. And I'm telling this kid, oh fuck, it was great. It was awesome.
Wow. Yeah. I love driving stick.
Me too.
I bet you
grew
do.
up on a Volkswagen stick. That's what I grew up on. Yeah.
I got my license on a stick.
Me too. Too. The day I turned 16, I went and got my license.
No, Ben, I'm not going to say it. Don't worry.
On a Volkswagen Bug.
I was looking at your eyes, Mr. Jeffrey Mark, and when they were both talking about sticks, they went, "Woot!" It was like even through the glasses, I could see the whites of his eyes.
Oh yeah, I was like, oh, yeah. I was
37 punchlines, and they were all too easy.
Oh shit! So, folks, like I said before, you know. Get off your ass, go down to a convention, meet this amazing gentleman. 9 times out of 10, Nancy Ann is somewhere. You can meet her as well.
Yeah.
Amazing,
she's wonderful too.
Amazing people.
Yeah.
Part of franchise histories, you know, Tony with Halloween, Nancy Ann with Scream.
Yeah.
You know,
the first Scream, the first one.
The first Scream. So they're both OG.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah.
You know, check the show notes up above or down below. All Tony's information is in there that he allows you to see.
Yeah.
That he allows you to see. You know.
Or you can go to Wikipedia and read a bunch of bullshit about me. You know?
Right.
It's not true.
And if you know how to fix Wikipedia, reach out to us. We'll tell Tony how to fix it.
Yeah. I'd like to know how to fix that shit. Yeah.
Actually, he's not going to fix it. He's going to go in and where it says something, he's going to put in parentheses, bullshit.
There you go.
You're fucking liar. Right. Bullshit. He's going to
read it for you to read. I'm pretty sure I know who. I bet you I know who it is. You know, but we're not going to name any names right now. But I do want to ask. I do want to ask you guys kind of a favor.
Sure.
In about 6 months, maybe 9 months, maybe I don't know, maybe even less than 6 months. I don't know, somewhere around there. Would you have me back on your show? Because I'm working on something. If it works out, I'm going to want to come on your show. And it's a very, 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 very cool idea I'm working on.
Yeah.
And it's big. It's a big one. And
that's what we've heard.
And and I think it's going to work. And I think it's going to happen. But if it does, can I come back on?
Absolutely.
If it works, you can come back on. If it doesn't, Go
You're
fuck
never
yourself.
talking to me again. Yeah. Go fuck yourself,
Well,
Tony. You
no,
fucking loser. You fucking loser, Tony.
I think it's more like this, Jeff. If it works, dinner's on you.
Yeah. Sure.
And if
I'll
it
pay for
and if
dinner.
it doesn't work, dinner's on Tony.
Oh, I'll pay for dinner no matter what.
Well, when you come to the West Coast, keep that in mind.
Yes.
Oh shit. So in all seriousness, folks, we do have to let this amazing gentleman go. You know, his girlfriend just got to town last night. They want to cuddle, they want to watch television, you know. He's got to watch those CSI programs so he can figure out how to divorce you properly and not get caught. So Tony,
yes,
where do you like interacting with your fans on social medias?
Yeah, I'm not on social media very much because I found that the more you're on it, the more you get nailed, you know, and or not necessarily great things happen on that. But if anybody wants to get a hold of me, you just go to Facebook Messenger and you look for me in full costume. It's a black and white picture with me in full costume from Halloween. And I have my left hand up like I'm waving, but it's actually the last scene where I'm getting shot in Halloween. And that's who I really am, because there's a few Tony Morans in there. So
right.
You want to get a hold of me there, you just get a hold of me there. Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So I do want to say to any promoters or producers out there that would like to have Tony at your show, or Tony and Nancy Ann at your show, just reach out to either myself or Jeff Holman, and we'll connect you to the proper channels if they see fit.
Sure. I think you're working on a Vermont show, right?
Vermont and potentially Monroeville, Pennsylvania in Memorial
Oh, yeah,
Day.
you told me about that. Cool.
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Excellent.
Which would be really cool because, you know, we'll be there too.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the best part is, you know, we get to hang out.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah,
so Mr. Jeffrey Mark, you
Yes,
know
sir.
the question.
I know. And Linda, Chris, we see you, but we're out of time. You can find me on Facebook. Jeffrey Mark, is it spelled just below me? And on Instagram, Jeffrey Mark Showbiz. And if you like what you saw today, I have sister shows to this one. GPE presents Jeffrey Mark Plays Ella. GPE. Nice. Every week we play Ella Fitzgerald's music on a theme, and
I love
the world's greatest expert on Ella Fitzgerald, I'll tell you all the insider stories about that.
Nice.
We have a 5-episode special, Jeffrey Mark Plays Merman, where we do the same thing for the music of Ethel and Merman, but that's only 5 special episodes. And Ben is my producer there, and Jeff sprinkles his wonderful love all over the show. So all of these same stations and platforms, you can find that as well. So there. Speaking of Jeff.
Hey. You know the drill. Go to stilltoken.com. Go to Token with the Dead on Facebook. And make sure you go to YouTube. It's Still Token with or Still Token Productions. You'll get there either way. And yeah, give us a like, give us a follow. And if you like the show, tell your friends. Don't tell my friends. I don't want them to see this shit.
It's a great show. You guys put on a great show.
Oh, thank you. We appreciate that.
Yes.
You know, we want to thank Tony for taking time out of his busy schedule, which it is very busy, to come celebrate Halloween. Because Halloween is in 2 days, folks. And I'm sure there'll be a lot of kids dressed up like Michael Myers. There always is.
Yep.
But if you like dressing up like Michael Myers, like I said, get off the couch, go down to the convention, and meet him.
Yeah.
It's really that simple. And he will talk to you. He's not like your name next.
Yeah.
You know, and he should, because the line is out the fucking door. But but it's a good thing. It's a good thing.
Yeah, they spend good money on these things, man. These fans, man. It's like, you know,
I lost my train of thought.
I don't understand how you can just blow them
First
off.
responders, baby.
Yeah.
No, I wasn't going to that route yet.
Okay.
Because I was thanking Tony. Oh, we also want to thank Nancy Ann Ritter for jumping on for 5 minutes and saying hi to everybody. Another super amazing person. Her information, unfortunately, is not in the show notes because this show was about Tony.
You go back and watch Nancy's show.
Yeah,
That's right. You'll have to go back and watch
Nancy.
Nancy's show.
Yeah.
And who knows? She might be on again too. We don't know. We
Yeah,
don't know what's going to happen on this show.
Right.
To all our veterans and first responders, we want to thank you for doing what you do so people like us can do what we do. Stay safe. We'll see you next week. We're out of here.
Have a happy.
Take care, guys.